Donald Trump's hush money case will begin in New York City next month. A judge denied the former president's request to have the case dismissed. Trump is charged with 34 counts of falsifying his financial records in an effort to cover up payments that were made to prevent potentially damaging stories from surfacing about his personal life. You see there in that video where the former president was here in New York City. He claims that this case is just a way to prevent him from being able to run his campaign.
Instead of being in South Carolina and other states campaigning, I'm stuck here. It's an election interference case. Nobody's ever seen anything like it in this country. It's a disgrace. It's a disgraceful situation, actually. And we'll just have to figure it out. I'll be here during the day and I'll be campaigning during the night.
CBS News campaign reporter and attorney Katrina Kaufman is outside of the courthouse there for us. Katrina, talk to us about the arguments that were made in this pretrial hearing.
Hi, Lana. So there was a lot of pushback about the trial date from Trump's attorney, Todd Blanche, even though the judge very quickly said it at the beginning of today. You know, he said that they've been managing all of these different trials. They had been focused on the D.C. trial, and they really felt like the state should be pushed and that Trump should be able to focus on campaigning right now. But the judge decided that that was not a legal argument. He was very firm on keeping this date on track, on setting pretrial deadlines for it. And there was also a lot of debate about the jury questionnaire. And a lot of the questions we were hearing were quite similar to ones that we heard during the E. Jean Carroll trial, where they're really trying to feel out people's political associations. And Trump's team even indicated that if they sense resentment from these jurors as they're asking them questions, that they might use that as cause to try and even change the venue of this case.
Katrina, why did Mr. Trump decide to attend this hearing?
You know, that's a great question. Only he knows. The judge actually said during the hearing today that he had given Trump the option of virtually attending from Georgia. So it sounds like he was required to at least participate in this hearing. He could have done so virtually, but he did decide to appear here in person. And, you know, perhaps that's because this is going to be the first criminal trial against him. That's very significant. He could face prison time in this trial. And so perhaps he felt like his presence really should be at this hearing.
Well, Katrina, I want to follow up with you on that because the timing of this case, given that it is the first criminal case, does it have the potential to impact any of the other cases?
That's a great question. I think that not so much. I mean, potentially D.C., but that really is on hold right now. We're still waiting to hear what the Supreme Court has to say about whether they're going to continue to stay the ruling that Trump is not immune from prosecution. So if the Supreme Court denies that stay, the D.C. case could move forward more quickly, but there still is quite a bit of pretrial motions and things that they have to get through. There were about over 80 days at least of stall on this trial. So no matter what, that's going to push the start date of that D.C. election interference case. So I really think that they can get through this case. The judge said it would probably be about 6 weeks, and then if it's possible, the D.C. case could move forward right after that potentially.
All right. Katrina Kaufman, thank you.